Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. I'm Laura Gonzalez and in today's video I want to talk to you about the 8 questions that you have to ask yourself before lighting any space. Well, in this video, honestly, we're going to see the first 4, and in the next video, we're going to see the rest 4. And you might ask, why do we have to ask something before even lighting space? And it's because, in my opinion, if you have the right questions, you will look for the right answer. And in this case, if you want to create an amazing environment, just keep watching because lighting is extremely important. Let's go with the question number 1. Question number 1. What activities are going to take place there? Different activities have different light needs. If you are going to design a kitchen, you might want to have a very bright light. You want to see everything. You want to see the stove, you want to see the food, you want to see the countertop, you want to make sure that everything is clean and that everything is okay. But hopefully more than okay. So it's completely different if you are designing for that activity than for a bedroom, for example, because in a bedroom you're thinking that you want a softer light, you want to have this intimate and warm space that is completely different from the kitchen. But it's not only thinking that, oh, okay, in a bedroom I'm just going to fall asleep, I'm just going to sleep and that's it. No, that is not enough. You have to go deeper, and this is the tip. Like, you have to go and think even more than just the general activity that is going to be happening there. So it's extremely important to think and go deeper, because otherwise you will be lacking something. Maybe your client or yourself are not going to be completely happy with the result of that, because something is going to be missing. If you miss an activity, you might miss a source of light as well. Let's go with the next question. Question number 2. Who is going to use that space? It's super important to understand who is going to be your user and what are their needs. It's not the same to design for a kid than for someone who is way older. And not only that, it is also important to understand that people have different styles. They like different things. And if you are planning not only to achieve like an amount and right enough light in a space, not only that be functional, but also that be appealing for the person who is going to use that space. It's important to know them and know the style that they like. For example, is not the same at all someone who loves luxury, glam, and then you could put a very elegant lamp and it could be used almost like a piece of art, that someone who likes the bohemian style and or someone who is a minimalistic, and that you just want to almost like hide the lighting. You just need the source of light. You just need the light and not to see the lamp, for example. And so it's very important to know your user. Let's go with the question number 3. Question number 3. How is the space distributed and what are its dimensions? This is key. Why? Because you have to know first if the space is huge, is a huge space that you have to fill with light, or if maybe it's a very small space, and also if the place is already designed, or maybe you already did that, you have to know not only the floor plan, like the distribution of furniture, but also to know the height. Why? Because you might be thinking about putting a lamp and a source of light and then a furniture or maybe a closet or something is going to be in front of it. Maybe it's a plant that is really tall and it's going to cover your floor, like your floor lamp. So you really need to know about house space, and also obviously it's super important to know how big that is and how big it is, because you have to calculate like the right amount of light that that space will receive. You don't want to blind your blind the users just because there are a lot of amount of light, and or maybe that they cannot see anything at all because the space is so huge and the ceilings are so high, and you just put a very tiny lamp in the ceiling and you cannot see anything. So it's extremely important. Let's go on with the question number 4. Question number 4. At what time will space be used and how will the sunlight be distributed? It's necessary to think not only that if you have sunlight, it's going to be enough for the area that you are going to design, and then you have to think about 2 things. At what time that place is going to be used, because maybe you are going to use it 24/7, or maybe you are just going to be there in the mornings, and it's way different just to design for the mornings than design it for something that is going to be very dark at night. But if you are designing for something that is going to be like using the whole day and whole night, you have to think not only that if you have a window, it's gonna be enough for just spread the light of the sun inside of the room. You have to think about that dark corner, or if it's not enough, or maybe it's too much. But well, we will see that in another video. But if it's not enough, you have to think that you might need a source of light during the day, or maybe it's good to have not only something that is going to have a general illumination, but also to add different type of lights. So very important, see how the sunlight is being distributed in the space during the different hours of the day. So these were 4 questions that you have to make yourself before lighting any space. Remember that this is just half of the questions, and in our next video we're going to see 4 other questions that are also mandatory before lighting a space. Remember that you can like the video and subscribe in the red button, and see you in the next video. Bye!